to you. Let's stick back with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let's look now at India's position in geopolitics, but also economically. An economy that we know is rising, expected to continue to rise, growing in strength, growing therefore in power and responsibility as well. This meeting an opportunity for Narendra Modi to speak with the G7 leaders. How significant are these talks given India's trajectory economically on the global stage?
Well, these talks are indeed very important because India is the country with the largest population in the world, and it has become the primary driver of the global economy because of various problems being suffered by most of the other major economies, including China, which has a lot of internal economic problems. USA has high inflation. USA has difficult economic situation because of the ongoing conflicts elsewhere in the world, which are impacting the US economy because of the sanctions which have been imposed by US on Russia, for example. And the European economies are already in a very, very precarious situation with the war going on for a long time and the prices shooting up, price of energy and other goods shooting up significantly. And now the Iran-Israel conflict has added fuel to the fire in a very significant way. So India is a sort of a role model country. I was talking about Operation Sindoor. So after delivering that strong message, India took the decision to agree to the ceasefire and not persist with further destruction and raining havoc in Pakistan, which it was in a position to do because it had wiped out all their air defense capabilities. So to that extent, it is a lesson for the world. PM Modi will be talking about the very significant threat of terrorism, of jihadi terrorism in particular to the world, of the threat which an aggressive and assertive China poses to the world. These are going to be the primary two issues which will be discussed with the others. India's rise geopolitically has a lot of significance for the world, and the world has to realize that sooner rather than later, that it is a positive country, it is a benevolent country, it adds a lot of great values to the global geopolitics, and economically, it is already the fourth largest economy of the world. It has a young population. It has a very, very, passionate population of people who are, in the US, for example, the Indian diaspora has a lot of contribution it makes to the US economy, very significant. The highest per capita income group in the US for the last 2 or 3 decades are the Indian ethnic group. The highest taxpayers in the US are the Indian group. The maximum compliance with the laws and rules and the legal formulations are the Indians. There are very few Indians in jails here. So the American society has been appreciating the great contributions which the Indian community has been making across all different fields, including, for example, in academia. I have been to various universities in the US. I have not come across a single university till now where I don't see Indian professors who have responsible positions either as full professors or deans or presidents, including in the industry, which of course the whole world knows about, how the CEOs of so many of the leading multinational corporations in USA and in the world are Indian origin, including in politics. We see their significant role. We have Kashyap Vinodbhai Pramodbhai Patel as FBI chief. We have Tulsi Gabbard, who is Hindu, and she is also the director of national intelligence. So they are, and there are a large number of others whom I don't want to name here, who are contributing very significantly to the American polity and in a very positive way. So the world, if it realizes that what Canada did in the past under the previous prime minister was leading the whole country astray and being led astray by the small group of the Cake group, due to various reasons which were not comprehensible, because you have the politics, you have the money coming in, you have the drug money, you have the weapons, you have terrorism, you're leading your country up a dangerous path. Now, fortunately, the new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, He is trying to reset the relations with India. So it'll be a very significant interaction between Prime Minister Modi, who's one of the most eminent and prominent leaders in the world today, not just for the third world. He has been championing the cause of the third world, but in G20 we saw how he led the entire global community. So it'll be an important, very important interaction with Mark Carney between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Carney. There'll be important interactions, I guess, between the other leaders, the India-US leader discussions. Everybody will be watching. Prime Minister Modi will, of course, be meeting with the other G7 members and all the other, some of the other bilateral, heads who have been invited for this meeting. He'll be having interactions with them. So we'll have to see what are the main areas which we talk about, because we have recently concluded an FTA with Britain. We are in discussions with other countries, including Canada and US, for FTAs. So economics is going to be an important component, but I think primarily it'll be geopolitics, geostrategy, the situation in Israel and Iran, between Israel and Iran today, the situation between Russia and Ukraine today. So there are a lot of flashpoints, and there is, of course, the very, very serious threat of Islamic Jihad, which faces the world, which has to be tackled head on, and which the world has to realize that for its own security and for its own future, it needs to put it up on the table as one of the primary threats, along with the China aggression. Thank you.
Yes, Lord Rami, I will come back to you.